26. Woo! We are about to kick off here momentarily with our first speed run of the day. But first, we do have a little introduction from Noobs.
Oh, yes. Welcome to ASM 2026, everybody. Woo! Alrighty. I did just get shipped in just in time. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending. I'm so glad that worked. Very quickly, we're going to rev everyone up in just a second, but it's very important we acknowledge that we are staying on the lands of unceded Kaurna land. It always was and always will be Aboriginal land, and we pay honours to their respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Awesome. Okay, now, last year, we had a special guest who pulled out last minute, and we did make a bit of fun of it, but that's okay. This year, I'm so pleased to let you know that the wonderful Shane Rich is going to come and say a few words for us. I'm going to pull him in. Come into frame, Shane. Shane's the member for Port Adelaide, and yeah, I'm going to hand it over to you. Go for it.
Thanks, Nopes. So I'm Shane Rich, member for Port Adelaide, and I'm here today representing the Premier. So I did want to start just by acknowledging that we are on the land of the Kaurna people and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I will admit that I did have to do a little research before coming along to the event, but as we were talking about earlier, I didn't realise that I may have probably known quite a few speedrunners over my time. So definitely my brother was a keen gamer, someone who went along to LAN parties when that was still a thing, and that's probably showing my age a bit. My first gaming experience was with an Atari, and I still think the golden age of gaming is GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. So I do apologise if that does offend anyone, but fantastic game. I got to say, it is really impressive to see the sort of stuff that you guys do on the gaming machines, and I've had a look through the different games that you're going to play over the next couple of days, and it's really impressive, the skill, the concentration, the patience and the focus that you display. I've watched a couple of videos as well, I really do tip my hat to you, because normally when I got to a bit where it was too hard to sort of get through to the next stage, I sort of would either give up or in the later years try and Google and find all the cheat codes to get through. So as I say, great to see, great to be here, and also great to showcase South Australia and the work that we're doing to improve, I guess, our technology ecosystem. We're the first state to actually provide a 10% rebate to developers to try and encourage more games, and we've now got what's called the Games Development Fund to try and get more people to get more content to market. And I know one of those games created by Team Cherry, Hollow Knight Silksong, is on the list. So I'm learning new things, so I'll look forward to seeing a little bit more about that. But obviously events like this don't happen without the work of volunteers, so Nopes and all the participants on the Oz Speedruns committee, volunteers, and of course the charity partner Game on Cancer. Just want to say that it's great to see that last year you raised $51,000 for your charity partner, and that was on top of $35,000 the year before. So I'm hoping to see, obviously you'll get another great outcome this year, but most of all, have fun. This is an opportunity obviously for a lot of people to come together, particularly in this world when things aren't as and just hearing the radio on the way in, things are a bit uncertain in these times, and this place like this provides you with an opportunity to come together, belong, and feel a sense of belonging that you otherwise might not achieve elsewhere. So have a great time, and thanks for having me.
Alrighty, thank you, Shane. Okay, everyone. We're going to get going very, very quickly, but I just want to point out that last year we raised more money than we've ever done before, which means we can do it again. This year, we sold more room nights for our hotel than we've ever done before. They had to up our accommodation allowance twice to fit us all in. We got more people coming. We got more tickets sold. We can raise more money. We can do this. This week, we go to war. We go to war with the games. We go to war with the timer. We go to war with ourselves. Every single one of you here in this event is here because I believe that you can do your thing. Whether you're a runner, an attendee, someone behind the camera volunteering for us, putting in crazy amounts of hours. Every single person involved in this is helping us make this amazing week happen. This week means more to me than a lot of members of my family. I wish that was a joke. Thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you so much for giving up your time. Thank you for coming to watch us, whether you're here, online, in person, whatever. But we've got to get ourselves underway. And to get underway with a little bit of monkey business, we have world record holder, no less, Twirly with a little bit of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Let's get some noise for Twirly. Woo! Alrighty. And we'll send it straight over. Let's go. Countdown.
We good? All right, easy. Let's go. All right, so starting off, we are going to want to collect 3,000 gold as we need to pay a guy later with money, and that is the only sort of collectible or anything we need to do in this game. After the 3rd level, it's basically get it to the hole as fast as possible, and yeah. I'll also be destroying stone here to get smash and stats, and what that does is basically it gets us more money to help us pay the guy faster. Another thing is, despite being a monkey game, DK in this route that I do, I get no bananas, so it's quite sad, but it's for speed, so it's fine. Alright, coming over, get this checkpoint. It will save us some time in the future. So one thing about this game is surfing in speed up form is the fastest way to travel. So we'll basically want to optimize being in surf as much as possible. And there are multiple ways to do that. The main movement tech in this game is called Fast Air Turf Surf, aka also known as FAT, and Aerial Fast Air Turf Surf, also known as AFAT. And these are your basic movement options. So this right here that I'll be doing is an AFAT, and then I'm throwing it and re-catching it, which is called a Fast Aerial Re-Grab Turf Surf, also known as FAT, yes, I know. But yeah, it basically helps us stay in surf for as long as possible, which is ideal. And there we go, we got smash and stats on the right side, so I should be getting enough money later in the game. Funny fact, it is faster to bonk when falling than to dive. Now that is Ingot Isle done. a little bit more gold. Alright, so now we are getting our first Bonanza ability. And Bonanza abilities in this game, there are 5. This first one we're getting is Kong. He's basically like a strong DK. He basically just does everything DK does, but better. And yeah, and in this route, I will only be getting 2. The old route, people used to get 3. We got Kong, the elephant, and the ostrich, but it is actually faster to skip the ostrich, but despite it being a flightless bird, the ostrich can fly in this game, which, you know, is pretty broken in whatever game you're playing. So the strats we have to do to avoid the ostrich are quite difficult, but do end up saving around 50 seconds to a minute. And this is, I kid you not, one of the only parts of full-on downtime in this game where we're doing absolutely nothing. So this is my one little break I get for the entirety of the run.
Wait, if we...
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
My greatest wit...
So I'm Tricky. I'll be your host for the next hour and a half for this run. Very excited.
Thank you.
But we have
No,
$5 from Poppy. We have $50 from Stealth, who's requested the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D randomizer 80% to have their entrances shuffled. And then we have $650 from Cyanide, no comment. We do have a number of incentives, so everything is there just at the start of our speedrun, so feel free to chuck in what you
So as you can see, I've immediately switched to Kong, as Kong is really good at picking up very tough chunks. So there are like different chunks in this game. There's soft, there's like, you know, harder to pull out ones. And Kong can basically, you know, pull out the hard boys. I got some more time for donations if you want.
do actually have another $20 from Jake ZSR with no comment again. If you would like to know what we are donating towards, we are raising money for Game on Cancer, supporting cancer researchers. We also have a number of sponsors for this event we're very excited about as well. One of them being our major partner for the event, which is RetroTink, allowing you to experience your favourite vintage games on modern screens. It ships all across Australia, and their products range from simple plug-and-play adapters to some high-end video processors as well, which are available on their website at retrotink.com. You can experience a range of their products here at this event if you are here on site in the Tink Room. So no matter which solution you're choosing, the mission stays the same. We're helping you still enjoy all of your old retro favourites in a new way.
I just want to say hello to Jake. What's up, Unc? Alright, so this is the layer we need the money for. We need 3,000, so I don't quite have it, but there's a good backup we can do just ahead, which is very good. And yeah, so as I was saying, after this layer, there is pretty much no more like routing of anything. It's just get to the end as fast as possible. Got some more downtime, by the way.
mentioned before, we do have a number of incentives for the event. If you type !incentives in the Twitch chat, it will bring up the incentive link, which is incentive.ozfreedoms.com. We do have a whole range for a whole bunch of different games. Some of them will be bidding wars, some of them will be putting towards a particular challenge for a winner. This can sometimes add to your viewing experience, whether you're here in person or watching online at home as well. So feel free to put anything in the comments to that lets us know. Us as hosts will update that for you, and then you'll be able to see some interesting challenges or some new ways to experience the speedruns that you may already know and love.
So these tunnels that I'm going down, there's one between like almost every layer of the game, and to go through them as fast as possible, we want to rhythmically tap A like this. And I just want to say I hate the person that discovered this. This is very annoying. Rather than just holding down the A button. Alright, so coming up, we have our first out-of-bounds clip in this game. There's like, I think, 7 or 8, and it's done by, well, actually, I'll show you in a second. But, yeah. So I want to bring this soft chunk over here. Soft chunks stick to walls, and with the right setup, I throw it here, and I should be able to squeeze between. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, there's about 7 of those in the game. Isaacs. Got some more downtime if you want.
We actually did just have another donation come through. $25 from Dr. Rank, who says, "Ooh, banana. Put this towards the Uno incentive." Got another little moment. Would you like me to explain who we are and what we do here?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, wonderful. So, in case you're not already aware, we are Oz Speedruns, and we are a group doing charity events, speedrunning charity events to raise money for, this time around, Game on Cancer. So, Game on Cancer is a charity that funds early career cancer researchers, working all across all areas of cancer research. If you would like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com. You can also donate in person if you are here at the event as well. So we do have a cash jar as far as I'm aware. Make sure to let our runner management at the front or our front desk know that you would like to donate, and they'll help you out with that as well if you need any assistance. Otherwise, you can also type !donate in the chat to trigger the bot to give you the link as well if you're watching from home too.
Okay, so just then we went through the divide layer, and that is the cutoff between the ostrich full route and the ostrichless route. The ostrich full route goes to forest layer where the ostrich lives, and skipping that we will save about a minute and a half or a minute 40 seconds going through freezer layer, which is where the zebra lives, but we won't be getting that because despite the zebra's ability is basically going fast, but surfing on a chunk is just as fast as the zebra, so there's no real reason for us to get it. Okay, coming up, we've got 2 more clips here, so let's see if I can get them.
Focus.
Should work. There we go, there's one.
Look out! Get him! A banana!
Two.
Heads up! It's scorching in there. Careful, DK. It's too hot.
Ooh, I think this might not work. Oh no, we got it. Okay, so that, what I just did there, I was snuggling Smo into the boss, because you can only kill him with snow. And basically, if you don't bring snow into the fight, you basically have to wait a bunch of time. Sorry, I was kind of focusing there, so I wasn't explaining it. But yeah, and that saves around 8 to 9 seconds, bringing that snow in there. Is very cool strat, IMO. There we go, freezer laser done. I love how they show us these delicious banana cutscenes that we just don't get. Got some more downtime, by the way.
Alrighty. As I mentioned before, we do have a number of sponsors for this event. One of them is also OpenClimb. I'm a big fan of as well. They are united by common ground and exist to inspire lifelong adventure. Whether you are going out and practicing for some outdoor climbing, or you just enjoy the indoor climbing and enjoy hanging out with your friends, they have something for everyone over at OpenClimb, for all skill levels as well. And there are a number of clubs. One of them here in Adelaide, just down the road. If you are interested, feel free to go and check it out, because it is a lot of fun. I've been building the moose glaze lately as well.
Alright, so coming up we have the junction, and this is where the freezer layer and the forest layer meet up again. And this is basically the only layer where currently RTA, Ostrich saves time over Ostrichless. So we'll be losing about 26 seconds here, which takes the total time save of Ostrichless about to a minute rather than a minute 30. Although it is possible to save that time with a trick called a bridge skip, which basically skips that bridge all the way over there. But that is one of the hardest tricks in the game, and only 3 people, including myself, who pulled it off in just, regular attempts, not even... So yeah, as Ostrichless, we do have to, what we were hitting those things for is which raises that bridge right over there.
Why isn't it moving?
Whereas the ostrich can just fly over it and doesn't need to go to those things.
Is that void up ahead? Should we teal up?
Alright, so coming up we've got the Void fights, and these fights are really interesting as there's a lot of manip involved in them. There's not really too much manipulation in this game, but this is part of it where you want to get the optimal like cycles to make sure you only have to hit him a certain number of times. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I threw the chunk before I entered the cutscene, which caused it to hit him, which was good for the manip. Ooh. Good.
Should we teal up? Should we teleport?
Funny thing is that it gives us a barrel to shoot us into the next layer, but we can just jump over it, saving a bunch of time. And jump's not even hard.
Thinking about what Boyd said. What did he mean by my special power? And why did he want to bring me down here? I just don't get it. What is he up to?
We've got some downtime if you want.
Wonderful. We do have a couple of donations that have come through just now. We have $10 from Anonymous, and I hope I'm reading this correctly. It says, ASM is finally here. I've invited my wife's boyfriend over, and we're having a great time following the run. Good luck this week to everyone. We also have, we also have $650 from My Gucci Avocado, who says, put this towards the UFO ending in Silent Hill F. We also had the previous $650 go towards that donation as well. I had a comment from someone who knows them. So that puts our Silent Hill F incentive at over 50% complete. So thank you very much to all your donations coming through so far. We've already hit $1,000. Well done, everyone. Woo!
Alright, so coming up is the Tempest layer. This is the layer where we get the elephant, otherwise known as the goat. Literally, like, the best part about this speedrun, honestly. Anything the ostrich can do, the elephant can do better, basically.
There's gotta be an elder here. We should say hi.
Alright, so coming up, we have a trick called disc dupe, otherwise known as disc teleportation, where basically these discs that you're about to see, there's two of them, and we need to place both of them in the record piece to get the elephant. But there's a trick where if you place it and drop it within a 2-frame window, we can duplicate technically a teleport. Yeah, and it saves about 30 seconds, so let's see if I can get this. Unfortunate. That's all good though. Easy backups. The one thing about that trick that is a little bit difficult is position based. So if you're like standing a little bit further back, then the timing is a bit different to if you're standing a little bit further forward. So it is a bit inconsistent, but yeah.
Yes, got 'em all.
Funny thing is after every bonanza like acquired, it gives you like a little tutorial to like showcase the bonanza. We can just skip that. But for like the first like week of the game, people didn't think to just like exit, and so they were doing the entire tutorial, which like lost like a bunch of time, which is a pretty funny fact.
Should we teal up?
Funnily enough, that key is the only reason why we can't skip the elephant. Even if we could, it probably wouldn't be faster. The elephant is just like that good. But yeah, that key that we just got is required to have the elephant. So yeah, the cool thing about the elephant is basically all these like AFATs and stuff that I'm doing, elephant can basically do 3 of them in the air with different tech. Oops. It's fine.
This is it, TK. We can do this.
I've got some downtime if you want.
This wind is so strong. Don't get pulled back.
Alrighty, so while we are obviously raising some money for Game On Cancer to support early career cancer researchers, most of the donations so far have been over $10, which means that you guys go in the running to win some of our Steam game bundles. We also have some Urban Climb vouchers as well that you go in the running to win too. So any donations over $10 will go towards one of our respective prizes. If you type !prizes in the Twitch chat, it will bring up the prize link, which is prizes.onspeedruns.com, and you can have a look at some of the details there. If you put in more than this amount, you go in the running to win some other prizes as well, so definitely check it out.
So this is about the halfway point in this game. One thing that I really like about this game, like speedrun specifically, is, you know, so like when in casual games, the difficulty like rises pretty gradually. You know, like the start of the game is the easiest, end of the game is the hardest. And you know, you find in a lot of speedruns, like not many, but some, is that, you know, a lot of the hard stuff is either in the beginning, in the middle, not always at the end. The thing I really like about this game is, like the speedrun specifically, is it kind of also follows that train where the beginning is like the easiest and the beginning is just absolutely insane. Sorry, the end is just absolutely insane. So I really do like that about this game. Alright, so coming up, we have another clip, and this is the actually the only clip in the run that is possible to do without like any chunk setup. Like it's just anyone can do this. You can just come up to this corner, and there you go, get right through. No setup needed.
Let's dig, dig, dig.
Enter back in. Alright, and now we have a rematch with the square squid guy, but because we have elephant now, it's like absolutely free low. And he's just the GOAT. Got a little bit more downtime if you want.
Absolutely. So All of the Twitch revenue as well, so our subscription revenue also goes towards Game on Cancer. So if you, in addition to donating, you can also subscribe to the channel, and that will, any revenue that we receive will also go through to Game on Cancer. This includes bits as well, as it's just another way to support Game on Cancer. So if that's what you like and you like ad-free viewing, obviously that's a good incentive as well.
What do you think it looks like? Cutified Ely might be cute. I just hope it's as friendly as the rest of them.
Alright, so coming up, we've got Racing Layer. Diddy, Dixie, and Ramby want you to do the race, but we can just skip it, like, easily. We can just go onto the racetrack and get up there. And that's Racing Layer done. Alright, so coming up is probably the most infamous trick of this game. It's not particularly hard, it's just a very, I like to call it non-RNG RNG. Technically not RNG, but there's just so many like minute things that can make it work and not work that it's like, yeah, it's basically super inconsistent. Getting this trick first try saves around 30 seconds, I want to say. You can get, the good thing about it though is you can get infinite attempts. See him in the background. So that key you're meant to get from getting the snake, which is in this layer. Snake's ability is it can jump really high, but that does not affect us as we have our speedrun tech, AFATs, which just send us to the moon. So we can get that easily. So this trick, Poppy Clip, coming up, if I get it in around 5 tries, that will be saving time over the regular route, so that is what I'm going to try and do here. Ooh, I clipped in, but then I clipped back out again. It's unfortunate. There we go. But yeah, as I was saying, very inconsistent trick, kills a bunch of runs, but it is what it is.
It's not. It's not right. Guess the sunlight's been turned on here too.
Okay, and similar to what we did with the snow back in Freezer, we smuggle that glow ball down there so we can unlock that ceiling that I just did there. A lot easier than the snow strat, but very cool nonetheless. Alright, so coming up we've got Groove Layer. This layer used to be about 6 minutes long, but with the use of the clips, we have shaped it down to about 3 minutes, which is very nice because this layer was a very repetitive one and quite a boring one, so clips are very nice to have here. If I can actually get through. There we go. So yeah, this section I'm doing here, there's basically 3 pretty identical ones, so only having to do one is very nice. That's a new one. What better way to showcase that right on stage? Alright, so coming up after this layer is what I like to classify as the end, end section of the game, which is the last 4 layers. And I group them as a bunch because it's basically where the difficulty ramps up insanely. Coming up, which is one of the first of the big 3 tricks that I like to classify as. And what I mean by that is they're basically 3 tricks that are really hard that you can't just do by using the basic elephant movement of the game. You have to do external stuff. A lot of run killers. But yeah, let's get it.
Feels like I've come home.
So in this layer, there's about 6 burger switches you have to press to activate a big burger. Don't ask me why. Yeah, so in this, what we're doing here is a clip called mix skip, and we basically have to go between a death plane sandwich.
Steady.
Messed up the clip, unfortunate.
You did a great. Steady.
That clip was not over. I hadn't even done the hard part yet. You guys started clapping. The clip is the easier part. That going through that oob there is very, very difficult. But we nailed it, so it's all good. Unfortunately. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is a trick called Muck Tour. This boss is very long and has 3 phases, but we can skip it by throwing salt in between phases. It's a little bit tricky, but saves a bunch of time. I got the second half of it. We've got some downtime if you want.
Wonderful. So you are currently watching Donkey Kong Bonanza by Twirly. If you are enjoying this, this is part of our Monkey Business block, and we have a lot more Monkey Business coming up for you with the 8 Escape trilogy being run by Vinci, Yurivi, and 7-Bit Hero respectively. So if you're enjoying a bit of Monkey Business this morning, stick around because we got a lot more coming for you.
So one thing that I want to talk about coming up to these next couple layers is elephant movement and optimization. So elephant can basically store 5 chunks with like one suck. And to optimize movement, you basically want to hold on to them, like hold on to every chunk as much as possible. So the less suck, the better. And yeah, you basically want to be using the chunks and like not wasting them too much. Just having to refill loses time. So the things we do to optimize that is pretty cool. So one thing you can see I'm doing is I'm doing the throw and re-catch tech to save a ball. Oh, I kind of messed up there. But yeah, doing that saves it so that we only have to do 1 suck in this layer rather than 2, which saves a decent amount of time. We've got some downtime if you want.
Hurry, TK.
As a reminder, we are a speedruns group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity, and at this event in particular we are raising money for Game On Cancer, which funds early career cancer researchers who are working across all areas of cancer research. It's a really wonderful cause, and everyone knows someone who has been touched by cancer, so it is one of those things that we are working really hard to support, obviously because without the wonderful work that everyone does, we can't work out a solution towards curing and helping people who do get cancer. So thank you very much for all the donations that have come through so far. We also just had $50 from Dr. Rank. Heard the Twitch stream wasn't working. Maybe if we all donate enough, it'll be more cooperative. In the meantime, here's $50 for Jack and Daxter. Thank you very much, Dr. Rank.
Alright, so coming up, we have the second of the big 3, called Neki Skyway Skip. Probably one of the coolest looking parts of the run, in my honest opinion. Saves about 20 seconds. So let's see if we can get it.
Is that a statue of K. Rool? A minecart! Let's use it to follow K. Rool!
Also, I think I must have missed something from skipping the cutscenes. K. Rool's in this game? Hang on a second.
Wow! This has to be the planet core for real!
Boom, there we go. Alright, so coming up in the next sub-layer, we have a trick very similar to that next skyway skip we just did, except it a little bit easier, but it only saves 1 second. But time save is time save, so...
I've got a bad feeling.
And we love that 1 second time save. Hi, Turks. Alright, to those in chat who knows, I want you to type out the entire word with me. There's this strat coming up that saves absolutely no time, but it is nice on your fingers as you don't have to concentrate. Basically, these birds, they can hit you, but if you manip the camera, you can basically not have to worry about them when they come on screen. Where are they? There you go. Yum Pidamasanesa Pepakalium is what that strat is called. Shoutouts to Kakaneri.
Nice jump.
Nice jump. And we didn't even jump. Alright, so this is Kremlin Coliseum, part of core. It is little mini boss rush, and it's got some pretty cool strategies to make it faster. This is the main, like, despite this layer being the longest layer in the game, it is one of the most consistent, like assuming you like don't miss anything. This like layer is pretty much the only, or this sub layer in core is pretty much the only layer where it is possible to gain and lose time, assuming you like land every other trick. Just because it's consistent. Alright, coming up we have the final boss of the game, Wink Wink Nudge Nudge. Alright, now we talk to the banana root. Let's go back to the surface, baby.
Arwish, you ready?
Boom. Hang on a second. Shoutouts to Boing, Cackle, Cannon, King Zing, Clampin, Clank, Clasp, Cleaver, Klinger, Cloak, Clubber, Clump, Clubber, Clump, Knocker, and Cobble. They made this game possible. Hang on a second. What? Who would have known? So real quick, whilst we're in this, this is just an auto scroll. It's simple. That thing I was doing on K-Rool is called Dive Mash, and basically the way to do it is you just mash A as fast as possible. So a lot of us runners have learned the double finger mashing technique, very popularized by Ludwig. I injured my right hand, so I'm currently not doing that, but I'm doing a variation of dive mash where I've basically mapped D-pad down to nothing and D-pad left and right to the dive punch button. So by wiggling it back and forth, I can simulate it. Not quite as fast, a little bit more exhausting, but at the time being, that's all I can do. I will be able to get back to doing double finger eventually though. But yeah, D-pad loses about 20 seconds over an optimal double finger because you can't do it quite as fast, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Alright, so coming up we have the surface. Now this is undoubtedly the hardest part of the game. You know, makes sense being at the end. And it has the last of the big 3 tricks, which is basically the bit right before final boss. So let's do it. This is probably my favorite layer, by the way. The movement in it is just absolutely sick. Alright, and this is the last of the big tricks in this game. Let's do it. A little bit sketch, but we got there in the end. Alright, now let's get this guy. Ah, belly. Oh, one hit. Are you kidding? There we go. That's the game. Say something? Sorry. All right, easy. I just want to give a massive shout out to the people that I've met through this game. You know, Kaka, Mui, some of the best like people that I've met through this game. I consider very close friends. You know, like Whoop, Vitox. You know, this game is honestly so fun. I'm pretty new to the speedrunning scene, and this game really got me going. Yeah, no, I'm so glad I came. You know, shout out to Liquid Wi-Fi for telling me to come here, because I didn't know about this event. So shout out to him. yeah, no, shout outs, parents for supporting this, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Little bit of sketch run, it went okay, but yeah, no, I'm currently grinding for 101. I do have the world record, but I would like to lower it, so yeah, if you want to see that, go follow me. Yeah, that's it from me.
Thank you very much, Twirly, for an amazing Donkey Kong Bonanza run. Coming up, we do have Ape Escape, the first Ape Escape, All Monkeys, All Spectre Coins category by Finchy. We're just going to take a short break to get set up for that. So do grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfortable, get ready, because we have more monkey business coming up for you very, very soon. This will also be the end of my host shift, so thank you for having me. I will see you around a little bit later. Thanks, everyone.
Hello, everybody. My name is 631. I will be your host through the rest of the Monkey Business block. We are getting set up right now. As I understand, we just unboxed a Retro Tank, which is one of our major sponsors. Thank you to our major partner for this event, Retro Tank. Retro Tank is all about allowing you to experience your favorite vintage games on modern screens. Shipping all across Australia, their products range from simple plug-and-play adapters to high-end video processors, available on their website, retrotank.com. If you're here at the event, you can experience their range with our demo units available on-site in the Tank Room. No matter what solution you choose, the mission always stays the same, helping you rediscover your retro consoles with the best possible picture and performance.
It gets, if I open the disc tray and turn it on and get to that screen there, and then the menu I check going past this thing, it's not doing anything.
All right, as we're getting set up, just a reminder, we are Oz Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event, we're raising money for Game on Cancer, a charity which funds early career cancer researchers who are working across all areas of cancer research. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com or in person at the runner management desk. All right, we are finally set up and ready. This is going to be Ape Escape, All Monkeys, and All Spectre Coins by Finchy.
Welcome. Thank you, everyone. This is Ape Escape. This is the first game. It came out in 1999. My name is Finchy, and my commentators would like to introduce themselves. Alright, we'll get into it now. First thing you'll notice, I am playing on the Japanese version of the game. The main reason for that is there is a 4 set of credits that we have to watch. It goes for about 3.5 minutes. The Japanese version is 40 seconds quicker than the NTSC US release. So that is the main reason we're running this. But as far as any percent goes, the US and the Japanese version are no difference. Alright, I'm just going to open this cutscene. Time will start as soon as I touch the ground. Just going to do a quick gadget change. Time will start now. Oh, you're not going to see me? Nice. That's basically as good as a fossil fields can get. Alright, first thing you'll see me doing is I'll be jumping towards monkeys to catch them, because if you swing the net when you're on the ground, you are locked in your position. So you are just basically standing still, waiting for your character Spike to swing the net. So by jumping, you can preserve some forward momentum, as well as allow the animation of the net swing to catch the monkey. Next thing, we're about to enter a quick little training room, because we are about to unlock a new gadget, the water net. So these training sections are required. It's basically, just understanding how to use a new gadget. So this gadget obviously allows us to swim under the water and catch monkeys. Alright, we'll just be swimming up here, and there's just going to be a quick little dummy monkey just in the next section of water. Alright, just like that. Short, sharp and shiny. Next thing you'll probably see me doing in the next level is, as soon as I catch a monkey or use any kind of gadget, I will be immediately changing gadgets after. The reason for that is, as soon as you use a gadget, there's an animation of Spike pulling that gadget back. It takes about half a second, but by immediately changing gadgets, it cancels that animation. But imagine I'm using that over 200 something monkeys, so over time it saves a considerable amount. Ooh, this guy's trying to get away from me right now. Alright, we can do a quick little ground pound on this guy. Allows us to catch him a little early. So by ground pounding, that actually extends... You're going to come down, mate? Dude, hello. Thank you. Yeah, so by ground pounding, that actually extends the net's hitbox up and forward a considerable amount. So that allows us to catch that guy early. Alright, this next level we will, hopefully one monkey will behave himself, because there is a cycle that we have to make. It's not too bad in this category, but any percent it is vitally important. So, everyone knows that I do not like this monkey. Alright, this is when we'll see our very first dinosaur. Actually, I should get one of my commentators to explain the story a bit of this game, if that is okay.
It's been so long since I've even played the story. I think the story goes, the monkeys accidentally given access to these helmets, and the helmets increase their intelligence, but it also increases their mischievousness or evilness. I think the first monkey to get one is the final boss of this game, Spectre. And he releases all the monkeys, and the professor, he's a character in this game, he is developing a time machine, and the monkeys gain access to this time machine and send themselves back in time in order to become the dominant species over humans.
So the professor was the one that invented the helmet as well?
Yeah, the professor was the one who invented the helmet as well.
So he's actually the secret villain.
Honestly, we're the secret villain. I don't think these monkeys actually did anything. We're just sending them back to the zoo.
Our main character's also 10 years old, so why are you making a child do your dirty work?
Child labor, animal abuse, the list goes on.
Alright, this is our first really luck-based level. So we're going to unlock the monkey radar, which is useless to me, because I know what all monkeys are. It just obviously just tells me where all the monkeys are in the entire game, if I'm ever lost. There is, I think, 8 different combinations that you can get. That's not a bad one that I just got there. Alright, I'm going to be also going for a very slightly unoptimal route here, because there is one extremely luck-based monkey that we have to catch. So I'm going to do a suboptimal route in case he gives me bad luck, because we're not actually meant to catch this monkey this early.
Before we move on, I just want to say that room that Finchy just did is completely terrible to do fast. If you ever speedrun this game, be prepared to mess up a bunch in that room.
Alright, this next monkey is the monkey I was talking about. Hopefully he doesn't see me. If he does, he will jump into a UFO, and I am not equipped to catch him at this point. Yeah, saw me straight away. That's unfortunate. So that's probably going to cost me roughly 25 seconds on revisits. I should also mention, because this game has a hard cap on the amount of monkeys that you can catch, also I can catch this guy earlier than intended. Now there's a hard cap on the amount of monkeys I can catch. So we are going to be going as deep into the level the first visit as we can to make the revisits basically really short, sharp and shiny. So the routing for this category is actually very interesting. That guy always does that. Alright, got like a minor, small tree mini-boss here. It's not very difficult. You can actually one-cycle this boss, but it is extremely precise, so I'm not going for it. Alright. Okay, you are on the vine. That is okay. Catch this coin on the other side of the fence using the net. So the net can actually go through objects. So you will actually see me use that a fair bit. Alright, just like that, thick jungle is done. So I've got one more level before we really start ramping up the run. So it's just going to be basically a few more monkeys that we're going to have to catch. This next level, again, has another really luck-based catch. I'm going to be relying on this one, so I really hope it goes well. Alright, this first monkey, he has blue pants, so basically that means he is as fast as Sonic the Hedgehog. So we are actually going to sneak up on him. This is the only time we really do this in the game, because we are just not equipped to catch him if he gets away. Nice. Alright, we can make these jumps very tightly with what's called a neutral double jump. I will probably get one of my commentators to explain how neutral double jumping works.
Usually when you double jump, you actually lose your momentum when you do your second jump in the air. But if you go neutral on the analog stick as you double jump, you don't lose any momentum at all. It's such a basic movement tech that you probably won't see a normal double jump ever.
Yeah, the only time I'll ever do a normal double jump is when I need to change direction mid-jump. So it's very, very rare that I will do that. Alright, so not this monkey, the next one. We call him Windy. He is part of the Holy Trinity, the Devilish Trinity, I want to say. So I'm going to sneak up on him and hope for the best. Oh,
Who's the third one?
the one in the RC car, which he's called Devil Monkey, but he is not hard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I've never run all monkeys in this game, so I didn't have to catch
Okay, he saw me. Okay, you're gonna shoot. Oh, this is spicy. Don't shoot. Oh. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, I did sneak up on him just to try and get me a little closer to him. You can actually run up to him and pray that he shoots. Then you've got to do some really precise movement to avoid his missiles, and you can catch him like that. Alright, one more Spectre coin, one more monkey. Also, you'll see me jumping over like slopes and ramps because you do actually lose speed when you are running up slopes. So by jumping, it allows me to preserve a little bit of momentum. Alright. Alright, we are now about to unlock the slingshot gadget. For those that know, this gadget is very useful. But basically it's supposed to allow us to shoot buttons through walls, stun monkeys, but there's something a little special that we can do with this. So we're now about just to enter a trainee room. All slingshots work like that, right? So I'm basically going to be equipping this straight away, and there will not be a single level you do not see me use this. Oops. So basically how that works is by pulling back the slingshot, it actually puts you in a very temporarily grounded state, and you can just basically chain all of your inputs, and you can just go as high as you want and use it absolutely everywhere.
It's probably worth explaining the control system of this game.
Yes. So basically, this is the first game that required the dual analog controller. That was the whole selling point. So basically, every single button does something different. Obviously, the left stick is your movement, running forward, running back. Oops. I just want to get that explosive from this guy. Jump is unorthodoxly on R1 and R2. As you can see, the face buttons are used for item minutes. Sorry, not item minutes. Where are you going? You are going that way. It's almost like it's trying to escape.
Right, yeah, so the face buttons are mapped to gadgets. We can change them at any time. And the camera is actually controlled with the D-pad. It's a little bit unorthodox. Good runners of the game will have to claw in order to control the camera well. But in Ape Escape 1, the camera is good enough to where you can use the camera recenter button, which is L1. In the later games, the camera doesn't play so nice, so you kind of have to use the D-pad.
Don't talk to me about 8.2's camera. Don't get me started.
Yes, you're going to be seeing a lot of D-pad usage in the 8.2 room.
Alright, here we're just going to do a race with our friend Jake, who has been mind-controlled by Spectre. It is completely optional, but we do actually want the Spectre coins that this race gives us.
No, this is Buzz.
Ah, Buzz, sorry.
So please get it right.
Yeah, that's also worth noting. Basically, in every region of the game, every character has a different name and voice actor. Makes no sense to me, but, you know, it's something they decided to do back then.
Buzz is the name we got here in Australia, so...
It is the correct name, but unfortunately, most people wouldn't run this game from the US, so I've unfortunately had to adapt.
It's definitely the coolest name.
Oh, by far. It's got something to do with his buzz cut, doesn't it?
I don't know. I just know the Americans, they got Jake. Jake.
Alright, 50 seconds in-game timer, that's pretty normal. Alright, we are about to unlock one more gadget. We're going to unlock the dash hoop, which basically allows us to run fast.
It's kind of what makes these runs fun, the dash hoop.
It really is. Alright, even though we don't have the slingshot, there's actually a really fun little out of bounds that we can do here. So let's go. Just basically skip the entire training room. So basically there is a whole bunch of invisible walls throughout everywhere out of bounds, and my job is to basically just know where they are.
Never actually finished the control description. The right analog stick controls all the gadgets.
Yes.
So to spin the hoop, finish use rotating analog stick.
Oh, that's a double catch. That's tight. Let's go. Alright, just up here, there is going to be a wheel, which is actually on the other side of the wall. But just by swinging the stun club, I can actually hit it just through the wall. Alright, one thing I will note, you'll see me do some pretty stupid stuff with the camera. That's because this game is actually extremely laggy, so I'm going to be using the camera to reduce as much lag as possible. Alright, next thing to note, with the dash hoop, if you try to jump out of the dash hoop, your momentum's reset to 0 again. There's a tech that we call a boost jump, which allows us to preserve the momentum of the hoop into a jump, which allows us to travel a lot further, a lot faster, and especially if we combine that with neutral double jumping and into an infinite jump, it actually is really cool. It looks, you just go fast, you can catch monkeys super quick. So how that works is, obviously I've got the hoop on X right now. So if I press X and, I didn't get the boost, that sucks. If I press X and the jump button at the exact same time, that's what preserves my momentum. Alright, just a little Spectre coin down here. Where are you going? Try to escape again.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yep, go for it.
We have $50 from Slime Slime with no comment. Thank you very much. We have $1,000 from a bear with a shotgun. Go fast. Put this toward Tetris. We will definitely do that. We also have a $3,000 donation match from a bear with a shotgun. So for every dollar that you donate up to $3,000, Bear with a Shotgun will match that. So let's get those donations in.
Alright, now we're about to help out a very sick dinosaur. So for some reason the monkeys decided this dinosaur, the inside of this dinosaur was a very good place to hide. So he's obviously feeling very sick, he's all curled up, so we're just going to go help him out. As you can see, there's Dexter right there is what he's called. Oh, bird wanted to be in the way. Alright, down here, we're just going to take a quick swim in some stomach acid, no big deal. There's this little coin down here. Alright, I'm going to be doing a very, very risky jump here, so I would like everyone I'd need to concentrate here. After I grab this Spectre coin, which I'm not meant to get this early as well. Ooh. Nice.
That looks so sketchy. I can't believe you made it.
That was sketchy. One of my commentators would like to explain what happens if I failed that.
Sure, I guess. The load zone extends out from the invisible wall. In order to get through that door, we have to do a bunch of other platforming with a button, I think. It's been so long since I've ever did that casually. But what he did there was he aimed in kind of where the load zone is going to be. He did a B to IJ, so he did a boost jump into an IJ in order to get enough horizontal distance, horizontal speed. And then in this game, if you push against a wall and then go neutral, his ground state is reset so he can continue to I-jump. So you don't have to do the wall push, but if you go too far, then you can basically guarantee that you hit the load zone by pushing against the wall and then IJing up into the load zone.
Yeah, so basically if I failed that and just fell down, there is no death planes out of bounds. So you will literally fall forever and ever and ever. So basically what I'd have to do is exit out the level, re-enter. It wastes so much time.
Yes, do you do the one in Monkey Madness or no? The skip.
Yes, we do.
Because there's another place in Monkey Madness where you can get out of bounds to do the same kind of thing. And there's also a pit where you can fall into forever. And it comes after an incredibly long auto-scroller section. It's probably like a minute to 2 minutes long. So if you fall into the pit, you have to do that all over again, waste a bunch of time.
Alright, missed my explosive, so my ammo is going to be a little bit weird later in the game. Oh, I missed that. Oops. Alright, yeah, we are now entered the Ice Age. Obviously, as we are traveling through time, as you could see, everything's really cold. I wouldn't recommend going for a swim. I can't swim anyway, but I wouldn't want to swim in cold water. Alright, we're about to unlock another gadget here called the Sky Flyer. This is the intended way of gaining vertical height. Obviously, because we have the infinite jump glitch, we're not going to be using it too much. But there will be a couple of places we can use it. Just have to do a quick training here. Alright, this is where it's a good time to mention there is actually a no infinite jump category on the boards, which basically bans that infinite jump glitch. So there's actually a really cool trick with this that we can do. I'll show it off and then I will explain it. Oop, that didn't work. That's not the most glorious one that I've done before, but that's what we call a super fly. So basically the very first time that Sky Flyer is used in the level, and it's only the very first time it is used, you can gain incredible height out of it. So it's literally a one-shot bullet. Alright, we are going to try and make a cycle here. Oh, it's going to be close. Yes! Fence? No fence can stop me.
I've got a few more donations.
Yep, go for it.
We have $50 from Pipak. Yatta! Put all 50 toward Una. We will definitely do that. $25 from Dr. Rank. Shout out to my favorite Pixar character, Jake Lightyear. Put this toward left side for Lego Star Wars. $10 from Trace. Good luck. Have fun, H friends.
Alright, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh no.
Shout out to the Trace, by the way. She's an 8 escape runner as well.
Okay, that could have gone so much worse.
This routing is so strange to me. I've never seen this before.
Fence clip it's been around for a while. Most people think it's slow, but I just think it looks cool.
It certainly is like, what the heck's going on here? Do you know why that works or not?
There's like a seam there, so basically where they just had two textures of the fence that kind of joined them together.
No.
If you land like right in the seam, you can just kind of clip through it. There's actually a couple spots in the game you can do that. It's not really too useful, but... Alright, see if I get this strat right here. Kind of. Alright, this guy's very angry. My point. That wasn't too bad. That guy is very alert and very aggressive, so he can ruin your day very quickly.
Every monkey is basically programmed on an individual basis, so they effectively have personalities.
Yeah, so basically I've got to learn each monkey's individual traits, kind of adapt to what they do, and manipulate my movement to even manipulate what they do. There's actually a fair bit of RNG manipulation in this run. But it's all very, very subtle.
Yeah, if you don't catch the monkey immediately, everything can just go out of hand.
Oh, most definitely.
It's the same in all Ape games. I think Ape 3 is probably the worst.
Ape 3 is by far the worst.
Yeah.
That game, every monkey can ruin your run. Alright, another race with Jake coming up. This one will be a little bit more interesting than the last one, because there is actually a skip that we can do here. I like how Jake just, or Buzz, never gets in front of you this entire time. Ooh, that was a little slow. Alright, gonna go around the big invisible wall. And now I can just skip. Oh, nope, I hit the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna take a slight back up here. See, if I didn't hit the invisible wall, I would have just beelined it straight to that platform, and it saves a bunch of time. Stops me doing heaps of platforming. We don't want to do that. That's hard and slow. And also, the finish line extends infinitely down. So if I didn't do that quick zap of the Skyfly right at the end, I actually would have hit the death plane and the finish trigger at the same time. And it's really funny. You see Spike die, fall on the ground, but you still actually win. Unfortunately, it just takes an extra 10 seconds because it has to play out both animations. Alright.
Coolest catch in the game coming up.
You think so?
Hopefully I don't mess
Oh,
it up.
not this one, is it?
It is this one?
Yeah.
One, two, three. Straight into the fourth. Alright, let's just go down this well here. For some reason there's lava down here. I don't know why, but don't question it.
We have $10 from Drunk Cammy. Don't scare me and Dexter like that, lad. Good luck, my friend. And we have $10 from Wondrion. Why did the ape buy a suit? To conduct monkey business. Good luck on the ape runs.
That joke's making me go bananas.
Shout outs to Drunk Cubby. He's also an Ape escape runner.
We have $50 from the Shuckler. Finchy, don't forget Arcade Monkey. Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks, Shuckler. I appreciate that. All right, this next level, there is one room that we're going to enter that is very, very luck-based. If it goes wrong, it makes me cry. For those that know, they know.
Oh,
Alright,
yes.
we're going, yeah, we call it gong rooms. There is a huge gong in the middle.
I was
So
trying to remember. Okay. Oh, I see.
okay, we got one. That's okay. Okay, that's a normal gong room. Thank God.
Normal. That's like a good one for me.
It is actually very luck-based, but you can catch all three of them right at the gong. I think I've had it like maybe 3 times. It's super rare. Alright. Yeah, this level is actually very difficult for new runners because there is huge infinite jump change over just bottomless pits. I've definitely gamed over here before when I was learning. Alright, right here we're going to do a little skip. We can actually shoot through this wall. I believe it's the only one in the game that we can actually do that. We're actually supposed to catch that monkey later with a gadget which we haven't got yet. Alright, up here the camera is going to turn on me because it's expecting me to come from a different direction, so I'm going to have to adapt right there. Alright, again, if that monkey got away from me, he will jump into a UFO, waste a heap of time. Overall, that was actually a very good wabi.
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
Alright, this next level, this is the best level in this category. It's basically 20-something monkeys. There's no cap on how many I can catch. So I'm going to be catching all but 2 monkeys. And overall, the movement in this level just looks sick. So this is when the game threatens us that we are going to catch Spectre for the first time. It does that to us actually quite a number of times.
And it does it over every game, I think.
Don't do
It
that.
lulls you into a false sense of security.
It really does.
Yeah, so since the goal is now to catch Spectre, catching enough monkeys like doesn't force you out of the level anymore.
Yeah, so the finish trigger for this level is actually a small boss. It's... Some people say it's hard casually, but it's really not. Alright, see if I can get a small little strat here, which I just implemented recently. Ah, kind of. I'm gonna have to get oxygen. So if I didn't bonk the wall, I would have got a massive speed boost from the hoop. It is used in a few spots just to try and, you know, increase speed. We don't want to be swimming at normal speed, that's slow. Where are you going? You are right there. I'm just going to go through this wall, don't worry about it. Oh no. Okay, thank God. That would have been bad. Alright, have to hit that button just so the door opens to the boss, because there's actually no way of entering it early, unfortunately. Actually, this is really cool compared to the any % route. Any %, we literally beeline it to that button. So this category actually shows off the entire level, which is really cool to see the differences between the two. Alright. This room is actually very difficult, so we're going to see how this goes. That's not going to make it, I don't think. No. Oops.
We have $50 from Joester98. Pippo Bear? Pipo Bear? Sorry if I botched that.
Close enough.
We have $20 from It's Devil Dude. Good luck, Ape Crew. We need to find out who keeps letting these apes escape.
It's Tony.
If you know,
If you
you know.
know, you know. Right, this room is quite laggy, so I'm going to try and reduce a bit of it. Hopefully catch this monkey before he goes into the bells. Not too hard, it's pretty quiet. Okay. This guy's got a gun. Who decided to give these monkeys guns too, by the way?
Again, blame the professor.
Did he invent the guns as well? Probably.
A war criminal like him, surely.
Alright, I'm going to come down here to grab a Spectre coin. Alright. We could just Death Abuse, but I'm going to try something here. Oh, come on. Oh!
Yeah!
That's so sick looking, by the way.
It is. Alright, I need to be at full health for this boss, so I'm going to be damage abusing. Alright, there's Spectre and our friend Jake. He's going to run away. And now we're going to have to fight this Knight. I don't really know what to call this guy. I can't even remember his official name, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so by us taking damage, it actually makes him vulnerable quicker. Otherwise, we'd have to wait for him to run around and do an attack, and, you know, we don't want to do that. That's slow.
I think this was the Specalizer.
Specalizer, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the reason we didn't quite catch every monkey in that is there's one monkey that we can't catch until we have a later gadget, and unfortunately, yeah, it's required, so we've left two because they're very close together. So the revisit on this level will take like not even 10 seconds, probably. Alright, now we are going to be entering the present day. Obviously, everything before that has been in the past. So we are now going to be entering City Park. This is where the difficulty really starts to ramp up. There is very aggressive monkeys from here on out. But yes, we have now unlocked the RC car. We are going to be using this a few times. Some in the intended way, some in the something in the unattended way. Skip this mailbox? No, that's fine. That's a very precise skip. It only saved a second at most. Alright, this first monkey is going to catch. Hopefully he doesn't shoot. He does also have a gun, and he ain't afraid to use it. Or he can just stand there and do nothing and just wait to be caught. Alright, because of the infinite jump glitch, we are actually going to do this level backwards. I probably shouldn't have mentioned, we've actually done that quite a few times. There's a whole bunch of monkeys like right at the end of the level, because obviously you're intended to go through the entire level first and then obviously do it again. And also, for those that know, the true final boss is coming up. So it won't be this monkey. It's actually not a monkey, it's actually an enemy. But he's just in a very unfortunate position. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, hopefully this goes well. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's so lucky. So that enemy right there, if you can't just attack him and kill him, because he will split into two, and then those two will split into another two, and then those really small ones do not give you iframes, and they can combo you against the slope of the pipe, and you just die. There's nothing you can do about it. Oop, missed my boost jump there, that's fine. This is a good time for some donations if we have any.
We are still waiting for some of those donations to roll in, although I have been told that we may have a fix for the Twitch issue, so hopefully those will come in, because we do have, we will accept donations through Twitch, subs through Twitch, any bits that you donate, so definitely keep those all coming in. We'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Urban Climb, united by uncommon ground. They exist to inspire a lifelong adventure. To all the speedrunners watching, they welcome you in the clubs with 7 in Australia nationwide, perfect for all skill levels.
Alright, we are going to just beeline straight past this monkey. It feels weird, but we are coming back for him later, so just gotta give him a little scare, know what's coming for him. Alright, again, this next monkey is also very aggressive. He actually has rocket launchers, so hopefully he doesn't use them. Oh no, I failed my damage cancel.
Dude, you were so nice there. What the
I know, that was all me. That's actually something I should mention. By swinging a gadget, you can actually cancel fall damage. You've seen me do it quite a number of times. Quick death abuse just to get back to the start of the room there. Ah, second one didn't hit. I'm gonna have to do the backup. That's fine. Again, there is a mini boss here that we are going to skip, because there's actually 2 of these mini bosses in this level. That one is actually the easier one of the 2, because the last one actually is in a very laggy room. Again, you're going to see me doing a fair bit of camera manipulation to hopefully reduce a fair bit of it. Oh, I hit the wall. Oh. Alright, this is going to be one of the intended RC uses, but we are going to use it in a way that's favourable to us. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Nah, go out that way then. What are you doing, man? Come on. Okay. It kind of worked out, but kind of didn't. Oops. Oh, come on, Spike.
So with that monkey in the cage, Finchy was trying to use the car to drive him into one of those, manipulate the monkey to move through one of those holes. And then right as the monkey is crawling through the hole, he drives the car into the monkey to knock him down. If you don't do that, the monkey will get away from you, and it is very fast.
Yeah, that was a blue pants monkey, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, he is a pain to catch. Oh, that went well.
You may have noticed that the monkeys all have different color pants. They all have different traits based on those pants.
Yeah, so there's the generic yellow pants monkey. They don't really do much, but they can surprise you. Obviously, the dark blue pants run really fast. Is it the green pants of the Brainiacs? They're the ones with rocket launchers and all that?
Yeah, the rocket pants, yeah.
I don't really pay attention. I just catch them.
Do they have the black pants monkeys in this game?
Yes, they are. We don't talk about them. We don't like them.
They're the ones with the guns.
They're with the guns, and they are very aggressive monkeys. All the monkeys do actually have stats, which you can check out with the monkey radar. Alright, I'm going to lock in. There is a very precise catch I do have to do here. It's a 3-frame trick, so hopefully I don't mess it up. There we go. Nice. Through the floor.
So the explosion of the RC car actually lifts the monkey just enough that if you line it up with the net ground pounding into the floor, you catch it.
Yeah, so basically by damaging that monkey, yeah, he actually goes through the floor for, like I said, 3 frames. And by switching to the net in those 3 frames, it actually allows us to catch him. Otherwise, we have to go around, swim. We don't want to do that.
You can do the trick with the stun club, but I believe it turns the trick into a 1 frame.
Yeah, the stun club is frame perfect. I've done it just in practice, but trust me, it's not worth it. Alright, hopefully this guy's nice. People who know, they know. I have a vendetta against that guy. Oh, that receptionist monkey put me in a bad cycle with this guy. Alright, yes, those robots will constantly drop explosives, and we need to be stocked up. So we are collecting as many as we can. I should have 8 right now, I believe. Ooh. This monkey see me. This monkey can be invisible, like that. Hello, thank you.
I've never seen him.
Yeah, so that monkey doesn't have a hitbox until it noticed you. There's actually quite a few like that.
Wow.
Alright, we are now about to enter a boss fight. Me and this boss, we do not get along. It is one of the big RNG moments in this run, so let's just hope. Here I'm going to drop the RC car down, and you are going to see me do something with that in just a moment. So first phase, we're just going to chill down here. He's going to shoot a bunch of missiles. It's random how many he'll shoot. Okay, he's going to do an extra one. That's unfortunate. Alright. Right now, he's going to give us an attack. He's going to give us a blue or a red attack. The blue attack, he shoots a bunch of UFOs. That is, the red one, this one here, is just shooting fire at the ground. The red one is, I believe, 7 seconds slower than the blue. It's 100% a coin toss, so you can lose 30 plus seconds here, just about RNG alone. Alright, I'm going to use the RC car to just ram into him. So the RC car actually does the exact same damage as an explosive pellet on the slingshot, which I should also mention. The slingshot has explosive pellets, homing pellets. The explosives do more damage than a regular pellet, and obviously the homing pellets home in on what you're targeting, so I don't really have to aim. You will see me use them all later. Oh, I didn't realise there was an extra one there, that's fine. Alright, what are we getting? Red. One more, please. Hey, 3 reds, let's go! Alright, now we're into the final phase. He can give me bad luck again, but we're going to try and manipulate it so we don't. Okay, good. Just IJ up to him to attack him early, because otherwise he has to fly down or we'll shoot him with an explosive. And we don't really want to waste our explosives, because they will be useful.
If you're a filthy casual like me, you'll shoot the button with this.
And also the camera does not help you there, so as you can see, I'm kind of doing it blind.
Does using the rocket pellets even do more damage to the single thing?
Yes they do. So I believe the stun club, this is a hit-based boss, so it's not a damage-based boss. So we just have to hit him 4 times in this phase. So this next hit, I'm actually going to wait for him to come down to the middle before I attack him, because that saves him doing a slow cutscene where he falls down. Because he will always go to the middle to crash, as you can see him doing now. If we attacked him when he was high up there, we'd have to actually watch him fall down and crash into the center.